Welcome back to the video. It's your boy Chris with House 1122, and we back with another one. I'm not even gonna play games with you. I just want to let you know how creative some of our people are, right? How creative some of our people are. Before we get to the video, as always, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Our channel is really growing. We appreciate everybody who's commented, who's subscribing to the channel, who's liking the video, who's sharing it to other people, who's just giving their opinion about what we post, the different videos. We post all genres. So our idea is to show you a little bit of what's in our life. So anyway, I want to get straight into the video. I just want to show you how creative some of the people we have on this planet. Let's get straight into it.
System initiated.
His brother Michael is also satisfied.
Welcome to Afrogenesis, Artificial Intelligence.
In the heart of Kikuyu, Kenya, two self-taught innovators have achieved a groundbreaking feat. These self-taught inventors from Kenya developed a biorobotic prosthetic arm using salvaged electronic components. Their
Salvage electronic components.
device uses a headset receiver to capture brain signals, converting them into electrical currents that control the prosthetic limb.
Welcome to
Yo.
Afrogenesis, Artificial Intelligence Assistant Systems Online.
So working with the brain, I'm actually quite interested to see what connections is it. Looks like it's non-invasive, so it's reading the electrical activity from his surface level, but it looks like it's hitting the frontal lobe. We see some of the temporal lobes, and it's an entire cap, which is similar to some of the technology we use when doing brain training. So this is already quite interesting.
Systems booting in few minutes. Please wait until you see a color blue light, then say the word Jeff is the password you are going to.
This was all done with no budget or funding, but present a cost-effective solution for amputees, especially in a region like Kenya, where traditional prosthetics are very expensive. This invention holds the promise of transforming the lives of countless amputees across Africa and beyond.
And no budget. So think about back behind money who actually want to see you succeed and win. Think about how far our world could be if I'm gonna keep it a buck, if capitalism was in place, if we actually wanted to see the evolution of a people. And I'm not talking about just, race idea, but I'm talking about a race of people, the human race. If we actually wanted to see ourselves advance, we wouldn't need necessarily money, because resources we put behind these guys so they can make it the most effective way, where it's not this big machine coming from their head, where yes, they have this cap, but it has a more of a human structure. That's excellent.
Systems online. Police give way. Demonstrating the flow of the bio-robotic arm system under self-testing. Articulations levels. Protocol sequences activated.
Meet the high school dropout's friend, whose passion for technology and helping others has led them to create a device that could redefine prosthetic care in Kenya.
My name is David Igathu Jerry. I am an innovator, a maker.
My name is Moses Kinanjaroge. Since my childhood, I've been a curious and a passionate innovator.
And our dream is not only to live 5 years or 10 years, is to live hundreds of years, trying to come up with ideas that will aid the mobility of persons living with disability or help persons who are in need.
That's excellent.
Sequential testing.
Check.
Wrist level under and radius y-axis. Sequential testing.
The device works in a pretty simple way, which will be useful, although the duo founded Afrogenesis to bring this idea to life.
Small finger. Ring finger.
Check.
Middle finger.
Check.
Check.
Thumb finger.
Check.
Index finger.
Check.
Test sequences.
Pull that trigger. You see, it can pull that trigger.
Through years
Wow.
of work and long
Hey, it's creative, but hey, you gotta keep your head on a swivel.
lots of projects before, this prototype works seamlessly.
Afrogenesis, Gabu and Kiana. Technologies way beyond, transforming challenges into
That's
possibilities.
wild.
Together, the two have been working for 14 years through over 15 projects and many more in their minds.
Right now, I want to explain to you how we can tap the signal of the branchioradialis muscle. It starts from the upper motor neuron. It then goes, an action potential starts from the upper motor neuron.
An action potential,
after you have
okay.
thought of how maybe to grab something. Starts from the upper motor neuron down to the lower motor neuron. Through the spinal tract, the action potential travels through the T5, T6.
Yeah, they're reading signals. They're reading signals, and based off those signals, it's creating movement.
To the branchial plexus.
This hard work was not for nothing, as it holds the potential to
Systems online. Police give way. Demonstrating the flow of the bio-robotic arm system under self-testing. Articulations levels, protocol sequences activated.
Once the device has been properly installed on the user, all the user has to do is to think, and things begin to happen without moving a finger.
Oh my goodness. All all they have to do is think. This is surface level. They're reading it from the surface level. That is some amazing technology.
Wrist pronation.
System initiated.
From household tasks to using the computer, the device is designed to be a 360 support system for people living with disabilities. Some of their inventions allow things to be done through voice commands, but the true brilliance of being able to control and do things just by thinking is impressive.
Very impressive.
This is upper limb biorobotic arm that uses brain signals to operate. This device mechantability deploys 8 degrees of motion. That is, it can rotate along the shoulder level, along y-axis, and x-axis, elbow level, along y-axis, and even x-axis. It has ability to twist the wrist or wrist pronation. It has ability to hold and release.
What's more impressive, like I mean, that's super impressive in terms of the technology they use to be able to think things. Now, I want to know how deep that is, like how strict the commands have to be. Is it, as simple as just I just raise my hand and that happens simultaneously? It just happens in an instant, opposed to is it raise my hand and then there's a delay, or is it a command that you have to think specifically to get that movement? But even beyond that, the limited resources they've done to create these items, that is wild. Amazing.
To get started with their product development, they first sought to understand the challenges that people with disabilities face. By interacting with people in the community for a while and talking to experts in disability support, they determined that a prosthetic would be a good support for their target beneficiaries of this innovation. Here's how it works.
This hand uses a battery of 12 volts. The hand, we have made it using available resources like e-waste, wood, rubber, leather materials, plastics, and even the wires.
Still got to consider safety is what I know. You got to consider the safety of the actual unit, but yeah, beyond that, it is quite remarkable that of what they've created for sure.
Their goal is simply to help people living with disability live normal lives. Here's how the device works.
This hand is being controlled by this neural rod biopotential headset receiver that monitors or taps the brain signals. And it
Okay,
extracts
blink.
this
Okay,
specific features
command. So if I'm blink 2-3 times, sounds like bow, bow, bow.
of these brain signals that reflects the intent of the user. The arm, that is, from the intraparenchymal single neuron units, when ion concentration changes inside the neuron cell membrane, an electric field is set up. And this signal, it is being tapped or goes through various tissues through the brain, and the signal can travel through the pia mater, arachnoid, and it can travel through the skull, through the skin. Then this gadget taps those transductions of those ion currents that are or electrical wave that the brain is releasing.
Brain frequency, yes.
This machine, it can convert that signal, or it taps and the signal processes, converts this signal into a valid electric current through subcomputation, and the final current is being transmitted into this arm via a radio wave.
So is it's if it's as intuitive as I connected to your brain, you just try to move the limb. Like, well, how would you know in terms of the that's interesting.
315
The side
megahertz.
of the body.
Those signals, they go into the biomechatronic hand or the arm operating system. Then they are being aligned in a way that they will be converted to come to become a current, a valid current that will drive linear motors. These linear motors will drive the arm, and they will close and open, making the whole hand to pick as per how you are thinking, as per how you are controlling it, using your intentions.
That is excellent. That's intuition. It understands your intentions. That is wild. Think about when, again, I keep going back to the resources, but think about what they could actually do with a little bit of money push behind them. Man, in a few while, people are gonna be having whole AI suits. Now I know that scares some people. The AI suit taking, the AI suit taking over. Where I know that scares some people. The AI suit taking over and getting do, and they can just stink it in their body, and then they'll be. Think about the way my mind goes. Here goes going away with Chris for a little bit. But the way my mind goes is how advanced could that possibly get? I think in movies, I'm one of those people. I see you get a little bit of hint of the technology that may be useful in the future in movies, and then when it comes up in reality, we'll go back to that movie like, oh man, we currently have that technology now. But I look at those movies as little breadcrumbs to the technology that we already have that they plan on rolling out. So we've seen full-on bodysuits and being intuitive AI and things of that being integrated. So that's interesting to me. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Traditional prosthetics often rely on muscle signals for operation. In contrast, David and Moses' design utilizes a neural node biopotential headset to detect neural signals. These signals are converted into electrical currents, which then drive the arm's movements, allowing for intuitive and natural control.
Shoulder level X-axis articulation. Elbow level Y-axis articulation.
System initiated.
Wrist pronation.
System initiated.
That's wild.
This innovation enables users to perform daily activities with greater ease, from operating electronic devices to managing household chores.
We will go in a big way, not just improving our economy in terms of production, but also making it more acceptable to society. It's not bulky. It's not bulky. It's easier for the persons with the ability to handle them. It's quite a game changer.
The World Health Organization estimates that only 3% of people in need have access to assistive devices in low-income countries. In Africa, where over 16 million amputees reside, the demand for affordable and functional prosthetics is critical. David and Moses' innovation not only addresses this gap, but also showcases the ingenuity emerging from the continent.
Story of a Nigerian man who is trying to make the industry more inclusive.
Mr. Amanam, a sculptor from Nigeria, is also tackling issues with disability in Africa and has made significant strides in prosthetic development.
His brother Michael is also satisfied and much happier with the hand his brother created for him.
Mr. Amanam specializes in creating hyper-realistic prosthetics that match the skin tones of black amputees. His goal is to provide aesthetic solutions that restore confidence and identity. These efforts are part of broader movement.
Yeah, I would assume that comes along with that experience. It's one of those experiences that is, and I don't want to speak as if I understand totally. However, I can imagine what losing a limb and having to go out into the world, and especially in the beginning, after you get kind of used to it, I think it becomes the norm, and a person eventually accepts. And this is not based on my personal opinion. This is based on observation. Get into the chat if you think I'm wrong by that, but I do believe they at some point become confident and comfortable. However, for those situations and coming into new environments where you have to recreate that experience, talk about that experience of having, it's going to come up in conversation, I can imagine. So having that prosthetic for just cosmetic purposes would add some level of comfortability being out in public for sure.
To provide affordable and effective prosthetic solution to those in need.
My passion was to be an aeronautic engineer, and what I was always dreaming is to become a pilot or a designer. If I would fail to be a pilot, I would become an aeroplane designer.
David and Moses are pioneers in this field, which holds a lot of potential to help millions of people. But they haven't always been interested in robotics. David started off being interested in becoming a pilot and aeronautics engineer.
When I designed this drone, this grider that flew several meters above the ground, when I saw everything on top, the grider filled one piece of a metal failed to hold properly, and the grider came down and it struck on the ground.
While that didn't turn out well for David, he did make some cool things from that passion. Take this drone that he designed.
And from there, I realized that is so dangerous. And I thought, if I want to continue to be a pilot, it is not this way, but to try something else, different. And the idea of becoming an aeronautic engineer, it went there, and it got off my mind. And I thought of creating something different that will help the society rather than killing myself. That's where I met my friend in the high school, and we started the thought of thinking how to start machines that will help persons living with disabilities.
Their minds is just, that's so freaking brilliant. Jeez.
This is what led him to explore other career options, leading to his desire to help people through robotics.
After primary school, I joined a high school known as Kikude, where I met my friend David. And from there, because after there was this, we had to attend to Science Congress. That's where we had the same interest, and we partake at the same project with him, where it reached the provincial level. And after that, after we completed Form 4, we decided, because our financial background in the family, it's not stable, we decided how can we start our own foundation, where we'd be creating projects that will be helping people, or innovation that will be helping persons living with disability.
That's excellent.
Hello. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want us to meet at the place we work. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly now.
I want us to meet at the dump site where we usually go to pick the e-waste materials.
Okay, no, maybe I'll be there.
So, okay.
Picking up materials from a dump site. That's excellent.
Okay.
So that I can come to the option.
Okay. You be ready. I want us to meet over there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He met Moses, and rest, they say, is his.
See, that's the difference. He said, hey, I want you to be over there. You be ready. Dude said, all right. Because they know the mission. It's not even about, you can't tell me what to do. They understand the mission. They trying to build something great. I wonder how young these brothers are.
History. The two hit it off. They have since worked on numerous projects. According to the duo, they have worked on over 15 projects and innovation, including this device that sanitized any item put in it. This is part of the repertoire of innovation they developed at the height of COVID-19.
And they're using light.
Others include this breathing device that helps one to breathe without contracting airborne viruses by destroying the virus through the system they developed, freeing people to move around without fear of contracting any contagious viruses.
Right now, there are 15 projects that we have already completed, as you have shown them. We have shown them to you. The others, we can't be able to finish them. They are in the sector of energy. We have ideas in agriculture, security, new inventions that have never been invented. Also on models on how to employ the youth, new schemes that have not been invented. But due to lack of funds and resources, because where we get our where we get our materials are from dump site, are from old computers, the e-waste materials. So right now we don't have the cutting edge machines or a good laboratory with equipped gadgets.
As I said, resources. That's all he's simply saying. We don't have the resources available to us so that we may create these in the modern form that you are, or be as precise. They're using scrap materials and they're turning these things into amazing products. Interesting.
Where we can use them to make more affordable and durable products.
Surprisingly, the two couldn't continue their formal education, yet they have been able to produce amazing innovation. For them, this is the silver lining to their story.
System under self-testing. Please wait. Control and monitoring system. Headlights. Wheels, right, turn. Left, turn. Driving engine.
Today, their main problem is still funding.
All right, well, I reacted. So hopefully blow this up, like this video up so these boys can get some funding. Oh, yeah.
The journey of David and Moses is a true exhibition, the challenge and yet also potential of grassroots innovation in solving local and potentially global problems. With limited resources, they've created a device that could benefit millions. Their journey showed the true meaning and importance of supporting local inventors who are developing solutions tailored to their communities. From a humble background, with no education in robotics and a bunch of huge odds, they still dream of a better future for themselves and the people in their community, country, and the world. With proper funding and support from us, the future holds even better possibilities for these innovators. Their dream is to see their biorobotic prosthetic arm in the hand of those who need it most, turning disability into ability and potential into reality. Thanks for watching. I am Nameless Campos and this is Afrimax English. For more stories like this, you know what to do.
Where we usually
That's excellent. That is absolutely excellent. So this is the thing. The only thing, just the reality of it, they need resources in order to make that product a little bit more modern, like you said, durable, affordable, ease of use. So I enjoyed it. Again, thank you for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also get into the comment section and tell me what you guys think. Are we on the way to being able to, have these technology pieces on our brain, attached to our brain, non-invasively, reading the electrical impulses from our brain and send it back to these areas to use? So it's very interesting to me. I work with the brain, so I understand the possibility of technology when properly used. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Until the next video, peace.
Hotter in the summer, yeah. Hotter in the summer. The winter don't stand no chances. Hotter in the summer.